Hey everybody, Dan Ward here. Welcome back to this series of videos about accelerating defense acquisitions. In this video, we're going to talk about the relationship between speed and complexity. This topic is near and dear to my heart, and in fact, it's the subject of my second book, The Simplicity Cycle. It turns out complexity is more complicated than you might think. In the context of acceleration, we find that complexity generally has an inverse relationship with speed. When things get more complex, they tend to slow down. Again, your mileage may vary, but this relationship is pretty well established. That means one of the mechanisms we should consider for accelerating a program is to reduce complexity, to simplify. And this means reducing complexity in our processes and org charts and briefings, as well as in our system architectures and test plans and software. If you want to help accelerate things, be the voice of simplicity. One way you can do that is to connect the dots between acceleration, which a lot of people say they want, and simplicity, which a lot of us desperately need. MITRE's Innovation Toolkit has several tools to help you reduce complexity, like the trimming practice shown in this flowchart. This tool aims to help you reduce the complexity of a process, a system architecture, really anything that has more than a few interconnected parts. You can find more details about this and other tools at itk.mitre.org. So here's an example of what an accelerated program might look like. The MC-12 Project Liberty aircraft is a low-cost, simple piece of technology that delivered a critical combat capability on a remarkably short timeline. Its first combat mission was 14 months after the program started. The contract was signed in November of 2008, so from contract to combat was just 7 months. It flew thousands of missions over Iraq and Afghanistan. According to the Air Force fact sheet, the unit cost for this aircraft is $17 million. Actually, that's for the aircraft and all the communications equipment modifications. Secretary of Defense Gates said this proves that the best is not always the fanciest. I like this example from 10 years ago because it's recent enough to be relevant, and it's also complete enough that we can see the end of the story. We're not guessing or forecasting the operational outcomes. We can actually measure it, count it. We can see that this was developed quickly, it performed effectively, it addressed actual operational needs, and even received significant awards and recognition from senior leaders. This shows that speed with discipline and thoughtful simplicity can deliver best-in-class operational results. So how do they do it? Well, they deliberately pursued speed with rigor. They brought thoughtful simplicity across the spectrum of decision-making, from their requirements and architectures to their processes and their communication products. Again, we could spend a whole hour talking about this, but for now I'll just say that examples like this exist. They are worth studying and sharing and learning from. You can find more information about acceleration strategies and tools at the two websites on this slide. Thanks for watching.